Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's amazing episode, what are we going to be discussing, buddy?
We are covering 2016's Better Watch Out, directed by Chris Peckover.
Better Watch Out. I'm sure most of you haven't even heard of this movie.
I mean, I'm sure they have.
So if you haven't, stop, go to Tubi. It's free.
I love Tubi.
And watch it. It is. It's 100% free. You give them your email, you make a login, you can watch this movie, then come right back and listen to our amazing content on Better Watch Out. Now, before we get into this episode, what would you like to let any new fan to this podcast know, buddy?
As always, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yes.
You can also find us on Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
Google,
Mm-hmm.
Anchor,
Mm-hmm.
Apple,
Mm-hmm.
and Instagram.
Yes.
J Squared Horror Podcast. Link tree in the bio. New episodes every Thursday.
Every single Thursday, we bring you guys some of the most original horror podcasting out there.
Also, do you want to tell them what today is?
Anybody that's listening, I know this episode comes out on Thursday, but tonight, the night we are recording, is my 31st birthday.
Burr, 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 burr.
Oh. Yeah.
Woo, birthday.
It's my birthday. If you guys want to, in the comments on YouTube, on Instagram, wish me, the host, Josh, a happy birthday. Now, just to let you fans know, when Jake had a birthday episode, we absolutely killed it. So we need you guys to bring that same energy.
But not as much.
More. We need to quadruple it. We need to surpass Halloween 1978 in 5 days. 1.2 thousand views in 5 days, guys.
We need it.
We need it. It would be amazing, especially because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I made it past 30. I never saw my life past 30.
But here you are.
Here I am.
Doing a podcast.
With a podcast, with my best friend, with all of you amazing fans that decide to tune in every single week.
It's great.
Whew. Man. Now that we got all the fun birthday shit out of the way, we are talking about a very interesting input into the horror umbrella.
Yeah.
That movie is Better Watch Out.
So when the movie first starts, does it give off to you a horror movie vibe?
Not at all.
Yeah, me either.
It really doesn't. It's like you have that Babysitter series that came out on Netflix, with Samara Weaving.
The Babysitter.
The Babysitter. There's two of them.
At first, I was thinking the Babysitter's Club. I was like, oh, Netflix.
No, I'm talking about the Babysitter. With
When did
Samara
that
happen? But yeah, so it's a
You ever seen the movie Adventures in Babysitting?
no.
I saw that as a kid. Loved it. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't particularly waste a lot of time with babysitter movies, other than
Halloween?
the Babysitter Killers, which is why Halloween should have been called. Anybody that goes to our trivia wouldn't know that. That is one of my favorite questions to ask. This movie, it's got that whole. We know we're gonna be a bad movie, so let's just send it. It's like a full send moment for the director and the cast, because I know the dad is like a decent actor. He's not even in it very much. But
Yeah, he was Elaine's boyfriend
yeah,
on Seinfeld.
yeah, and he's
Yeah.
also the voice of a character of Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah,
He's a good voice actor.
he is good.
He's a
his
very
voice
good
is.
voice
Yeah,
actor.
yeah.
It's almost as iconic as yours.
Oh, man. And then you have Virginia Madsen, who is the mom.
Yeah.
She's in Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A little horror
Yeah.
homage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, this movie is it is just what appears to be a home invasion movie
Yeah.
with an interesting little twist.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a whole lot of buildup.
What do you mean?
Like, okay, you expect it when it starts off. So like I said before, guys, if you haven't watched this yet, in order to fully experience this movie, please stop, go watch it. It's free. You have to watch like 3 ads on Tubi. But I don't want to, we always spoil shit on the J Squared Horror Podcast. We honestly don't care too much. But basically it starts off with a kid that has a crush on his babysitter.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to impress her the entire night. So he's like drinking champagne. He's like trying to put the moves on her. He puts on
Yeah.
a scary movie. It's creepy.
So, speaking of which, when he's doing like his research,
Yeah.
they talk about how scary movies,
They set the mood.
yeah. Which makes me think, my whole Jason Takes Manhattan theory.
Oh, gosh. We're not going to start the
It's-
Jason Takes
No,
Manhattan
but
theory.
it's now proven though. You throw that on.
All right.
It's a
So
good date night.
just to let you fans know, my co-host, Jake, the sexy, seductive voice Jake, decides
That's me.
that Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan is an appropriate first to second date movie.
Based on the research this 12-year-old kid did.
Okay.
My
I think
theory is
we
correct.
just solved this theory. Let us know in the comments. This is still early on in the episode. We know you guys get about this far. Let us know. If you're a female and a guy, no matter how attractive or suave he may come across, if his first date night movie is Friday the 13th, Jason Takes Manhattan, he is a serial killer. He has to be. That is not a good movie. Now, my go-to is Shaun of the Dead. It works, Mr. Throat Burps.
Throat burst over here.
It works. It's comedy. It's horror. There's a love story. It works. You just picked the wrong horror movie. I'm not saying horror movies don't work in the first date or movie date situations, but that one's a really bad pick.
I'm gonna die on that hill.
You can die on it all you want, but
Probably.
I know that I'm correct and the fans will finally back me.
I'm gonna die on the hill all alone.
All alone, dude. So yeah, he kind of does some research. He has a little goofy, nerdy friend with glasses.
Yeah.
And you told me a fun little tidbit of information about the girl and the kid with glasses, right?
Yeah. So they are the kids in the movie The Visit.
Which is M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, good movie.
It is a good movie.
But yeah, so he's like, oh, I really want to like make her like fall for me. He's like 13. She's probably 16, 17.
Maybe.
Did they ever say her age?
Well, no, she's going away for college.
Oh yeah, she's got to be like 18.
Yeah.
So that's creepy. This kid should know his place in the pecking order.
You gotta shoot high.
No, not that high.
What they say? Aim for the stars or aim for the moon. You'll land amongst
Land
the
amongst
stars.
stars, yeah.
Yeah.
How has that worked out for most people?
I mean, you never know.
You don't ever know. But I can guarantee you if somebody's an adult or borderline an adult, they're not going for a just into puberty. And if they are, they should be contacted by the federal authorities.
I will agree with that. Yes.
So yeah, it's just like, okay, I get it. I was a young man, young boy. I had crushes. I didn't have babysitters, so I didn't have this particular like storyline.
You ever babysat?
My like nephew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not like random kids.
No.
Like neighborhood kids.
Everybody knows better.
Okay.
Yeah. Nobody would ask me. My sister like questioned. She was like, it took her a while to get used to the, okay, you know what? I think, what are you now? 27? All right. I think you're finally at an appropriate age to watch my, 7-year-old. But yeah, it's just like, it's a disconnect for me because I knew my place in life.
Mm-hmm.
I've known my place in life. And of course, yeah, like you see a beautiful girl, you can shoot your shot, but you definitely hope she's within your age range. Now,
That would be very helpful.
as
yes.
an adult, like obviously the sky's the limit because you can always go up, you can't go down, which is the predicament in this movie because she can't go down.
No.
That's weird. She's
There
been
you go.
watching this kid probably since he was pissing the bed.
Yeah.
That's never a good look. Now, if you had my same issue, you pissed the bed till you were 12, you're not getting any babysitter's attention.
If you are, it's not the kind that you want.
No. Well, I was happy I didn't have babysitters for much of my life. But yeah, so it's like a, I get it. It's the holiday season, and
Yeah.
he's trying to make his move on the girl of his dreams, which unfortunately, because of his situation, like that is what he's going to, because he's been around her. He like knows her. He feels like he knows her on another level.
Yeah.
But then he cranks this shit up to like 11, dude.
very quickly.
So there's a part where it's like they talk about ordering pizza, and he's like, no mushrooms. Right?
Yeah.
First off, who puts mushrooms on pizza? Is that like a go-to topping?
I mean, it's the same people who put like pineapples on pizza.
Are we on the same page?
Yeah, that shit.
Anti-pineapple on pizza?
Yeah.
Damn right. Yeah.
I'm not doing
Pineapple don't belong on pizza. Meat belongs on pizza. That's it.
Yeah.
Pepperoni, sausage, bacon, hamburger. Hell.
Yeah.
You can even do barbecue chicken pizzas.
Yeah, but
those are delicious.
Don't put pineapple.
Do not put pineapple or mushrooms. So, with that being said, they talk about it in the kitchen, and then they're like, go to watch a movie. And he, like I said, he's like chugging champagne randomly. And she's like, don't do that. And he's like, I'm a man. I don't think he really says that, but that's his
don't think he does either.
That's like his what he's going for.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm grown up now.
I'm an adult now.
I've drank before. Me and my homie be drinking all the time.
Yeah. But he said Garrett threw up.
Yeah. He won't let Garrett shine.
At all. The whole fucking
The
movie.
whole movie, he shits on Garrett. What a horrible friendship. Now, there are hierarchies in friendships. Everyone knows this.
What?
There are.
Hierarchies?
Yeah, like
in friendships?
When we were kids.
Oh.
Not as adults.
Oh, okay.
Like, as adults, we realize, like, nah, I just think this person's going to be cool with me until I die. Like, you just understand that.
Yeah, well, I feel as a kid, you probably kind of understand that, too. He treats Garrett like trash. So what?
No, but
Garrett is kind of weird.
You definitely had,
scratches
like,
his back a lot.
Okay, but that's the thing, is, like, when you were a kid, you had the kid that, like, might have picked his nose a lot. Or, like, might have smelled a little worse than the rest of us.
Yeah.
And in your group of friends, you would rag the shit out of them because that builds character. It is. And men, like kids, boys, male friendships were brutal.
Yeah, they were.
They were brutal.
I remember as a kid, my group of friends, I would get picked on quite a bit.
For what?
Stuttering.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Like fucking Porky Pig stuttering. Like, could barely get my name out.
Yeah.
That's why I started playing basketball.
Because you're like, I'm about to school you.
Yeah.
While I stutter in your face,
I'm not
trash.
gonna talk to you at all, but
Yeah.
I ain't gonna beat you in basketball.
Can you imagine like getting crossed over by a guy and he just stutters and talks shit? Like that would humble you.
It would. It really would.
Like you just got juked out and he's like, yeah, punk.
Yeah.
Like that would make me feel so much worse. So you had like a power in your stuttering.
Yeah.
That you didn't know because, like you said, you got picked on by your friends.
Yeah, I mean, I still stutter now sometimes.
I mean, obviously, and I know you mix up some letters here and there every once in a while.
Well, that's because I don't know how to talk.
Yeah,
Like,
it's okay.
Talking is very difficult.
It can be.
There's times in my mind I'm thinking, dude, I'm about to fucking kill this.
And you just...
And then I started talking. And then the words that start to come out like it makes no sense. Like that. It makes no sense at all.
But the thing is like, so I used to have like a very big problem in front of like groups. You know, like group speaking, public speaking.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like essays and shit in school.
Yeah.
Like my participation grade would drop significantly. And then the paper that I wrote that was like John Hamilton was cool. Didn't do very well, you know? But then through like maturing and then sales. So we've both worked sales jobs for many years.
Yeah.
If you are uncomfortable in front of people, get a sales job. Because one or two things are going to happen. You're going to realize you suck at sales and you can't talk to people, or it's going to force you out of your bubble, and you're going to be able to communicate with random people and groups eventually to where, like, you can now do a podcast, or you can do live trivia events. Like, it's crazy to think that, like, we both came from, like, very similar... Now, I didn't have to stutter. I just sounded stupid.
Yeah.
But this podcast and this platform have both given us an opportunity to push ourselves out of our comfort zone with sales backgrounds and do decent jobs.
Yeah, I agree.
So don't forget that you can learn things all throughout different challenges in life. Now, back to this kid. He's just weird. I could say that because he's a fictional character. He's not a real person. He was made to be this way. So he bashes on Garrett way too much. And Garrett's like a ride or die friend.
He is.
Like, he is a good friend. Too good of a friend, honestly.
Like when the dude in the chair asked him, "Why are you friends with this guy?"
I don't know.
He's my best
He's
friend.
my best friend. Now, I do appreciate, like, that ride or die-ness.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, as, like, your co-companion, your best friend, I shouldn't be putting you in those situations.
No.
Which you've said on the podcast, I'm the guy. Like, out of the two of us, I'm the one that'll put us in some sticky situations.
I mean, yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it is true.
I do kind of chase the bag, and I chase the content ideas, and I'd be willing to do some pretty sketchy shit for the
These
podcast.
throat burps are killing me today.
Dude, I'm just, like, legitimately burping tonight. Like, you just see me dive off cameras because I'm just belching. But, so, basically, they talk about this pizza, and then somebody knocks on the door, and they're like, what? And it's a pizza guy. You don't see this pizza guy. You just know that it's kind of weird that the pizza was ordered. And he's like, oh, it was probably my dad. She's like, that's kind of weird. And it was a pizza with mushrooms.
Yeah.
That's, cool. So he's eating the pizza. And then I think some, like, other stuff happens. Like, he starts, like, cuddling with her or something.
Yeah. Because now the mood is set.
The mood.
We got the food here.
They got the J Squared Horror Podcast playing in the background. Everybody's feeling super comfortable and cozy.
They got the candles lit.
That's right. He did light the candles. And she's
Who's
like, what are you doing?
It's a nice romantic touch.
Creepy, but yes.
Well, I guess for them
in
in particular,
context,
yeah, it's
creepy.
creepy as fuck.
It's
but,
very creepy.
For people who are age appropriate,
Age appropriate, it's
good.
very romantic. Candles are awesome. Jake knows I keep candles burning in my house all the time. I'm a big candle fan. Now, I don't usually light candles for mushroom pizza dinners with my babysitter, but hey, to his their own. So basically, this is all just like filler, man. I mean, this is tough, but
honestly, this first part of the movie,
it's tough. It's a tough watch.
You could kind of do without it.
You could,
and just jump right into when she gets there. He starts doing all the other shit he starts doing.
Yeah. Like you get to that point.
Well,
where
I guess the first part kind of gives you like a reason. Okay, I'll rephrase this.
It gives it gives him a reason to do what he did. Do not say that.
Yeah, we're not okay. I'm not saying she deserves it, but as the viewer, it makes sense as to why he did what he did.
Yeah, he snapped.
Yeah, but the part with Garrett pretending to be like an intruder, they didn't need all that part.
So his best friend ends up. You find out he is like throwing a brick through a window. They're like, she's super freaked out, but she's a very good what would be final girl in those moments. Like she handles it very well. She's like a really good babysitter. She's protective. She's willing to throw dukes.
Yeah.
Check out the house. She goes upstairs and checks on that brick. It says, "If you leave, you die."
Yeah.
And then Garrett, good old Garrett, decides he's out. He's like, "I'm done." He runs out the back door, gets shot.
Yeah.
That's the. If you just fast forward to that part, you're good. Because after that,
Yeah, honestly, you could fast forward to that part.
You get to that part.
Yeah. You're good from there.
You're good from there.
Yeah.
Because then you start to realize, like, this is a little weird. What is going on? So then it seems like people are now getting in the house, and they go run and hide. And earlier in the movie, she's watching a horror movie, and she goes, "Why would you hide in the attic?" The first place they hide in this movie is the attic.
I mean, that's just like...
That is never a place I'm going to hide.
No. I always wonder, why would you go to the highest point in a house where if you're trying to get out...
You can't get out.
You have to go back down and pass whoever you're trying to avoid.
Yeah, you're stuck up there trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
It's creepy. There's bugs.
Yeah.
Which is ultimately what gets her. Some spiders start crawling on her.
Yeah.
Then she, like falls out of the hatch as the pull down at attic. Oh my god!
See,
attic
talking
access,
is hard.
The pull down attic access, and he like miraculously grabs her, and then like she comes back up, and then they just climb down. And they're like, "We're good with that."
Yeah.
Then they go like hide in his bedroom in the closet.
Yeah.
And then like you see this guy walking in the house. And I don't what. So she saw a mask in the closet that she like swings on.
Yeah.
Like fight or flight. She is a fighter.
Yeah.
And then she's like looking, and she's like, "Wait, that's your mask."
Yeah.
I never saw that same mask. I missed that part.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah, I just saw he was wearing like like a hunter, like a
But
full face
you know what?
robber mask.
I trust her.
But and then she's like, Garrett?
Yeah, he starts to scratch his back.
Yeah. It's a damn itchy back, man. You got to lotion up, man.
Damn, Garrett.
Moisturizing body wash is important.
It helps.
Especially at that age. Start to realize you ain't got a bear. Because people catch me bear scratching all the time. Like, that's how you know I'm a killer. You just see me stop and you just go to the corner of a door. I'm just, You're like, that's Josh. Get over here, man. So, yeah, then it's like, okay, this movie is now it's a prank. I thought it was just a wholesome prank.
Yeah.
Of just like, I wanted to scare you so that I could look like your protector.
Yeah. And then it takes a turn.
He just snaps.
Yeah. And I guess it seemed like he planned on killing literally everybody.
He had a perfect plan.
Yeah, he really did.
A perfect plan. He had boyfriends, ex-boyfriends,
Yeah.
friends show up. How do you feel about the ex-boyfriend? You know who that was, don't you?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
Stranger Things. Yes. Looked completely different.
I did enjoy when they're talking. And he's like, have a seat. And he's like,
why?
He's like, no.
No. Like, what? Why am I going to sit on a swing outside?
First of all, who are you?
Yeah, like some of this shit, like these are basically men against a 13-year-old boy
And they
who
cannot
comes
outsmart him.
across weird. Hey, she wants you to write her a note saying you apologize. But let's pause, because we got to go back to the current boyfriend and what the hell happens to him.
He gets home alone.
He gets home alone. So I guess there's a running theory between the two friends, which is a legitimate thing.
Yeah.
I would never physically do this to another human being. But you wonder. In Home Alone, when they swing those paint cans and it hits them in the face, would you just fly backward?
No.
Or would it cave in your skull and make your brain pop out?
I think depending upon the speed.
The velocity, the amount of paint in the can, and the height of which your second level
if it's
is.
like, I guess, a high point.
Because if you're like in my house, you're fine. My ceiling's only like 7 feet.
He had time to reach back and
hawked it.
launch it.
Yeah.
And it's a full can. It's going to shatter your fucking face.
Because in Home Alone, it's just the top of the stairs.
Yeah. It just hits him.
I honestly feel like the Home Alone in that situation, like you'd get knocked the hell
Home
back.
Alone is also very dangerous.
Home Alone?
Very dangerous.
It's a borderline horror movie.
You heard that theory? Like, he grows up to be Jigsaw?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes 100% sense. Like, he is a messed up little kid.
Yeah.
But this boyfriend gets pencil stabbed through the cheek.
Yeah. He just took it out.
Real tough.
Yeah.
Real tough guy. Gets baseball batted to the dome.
Yeah.
A handful of times.
Yeah.
Also, wasn't able to beat him. I guess he runs in with the gun, right, Garrett?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna distract you when you have a baseball bat. Gets patinked, and then they're now hostages together.
See, I don't think Garrett would have shot him though.
He wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Garrett ain't about that life.
And I think that dude should know. He's not gonna fucking shoot me.
But then again, as a kid with a gun,
That is true.
it does sound pretty terrifying to walk up to.
It does actually.
One time, my nephew, me and my sister, I was homeless. I didn't have a place to live, so she let me stay with her, right? And so, like, my nephew was young. And, sorry, Braden, I'm telling this story. Jen, you'll forgive me. We're at dinner. And I'm like, dude, because it was a big room. It wasn't a small room. Like, 2 queen beds fit in there.
Yeah.
And so I had my little section of room. She had hers. Hers was pristine. Mine was a fucking nightmare. You see my room. It's a fucking mess. That's just how you want to know how my brain is? Walk in that room right there. So that's just how I've been since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I'll keep my like where you guys hang out pretty pristine.
Yeah.
My room is a shit show. The only problem with this house is you have to walk through there to take a piss.
Yeah.
I hate it. So I lived there, and Braden, because he was a kid, he was like 4 or 5, would like sneak in and want to cuddle his mom. And I'm like, bro, that's enough. Because I'm an uncle. I don't understand that love connection. I don't. So we're at dinner one night, and I'm like, hey, Braden, bub, you got to stop coming in the room, man. Like, we're trying to sleep.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. I'll lock the door, my guy. I'm an adult. I will lock the door. This kid looks into my soul And I quote, "I'll just get a knife. Bro, you can come in here whenever you want. Door's open. I keep it cracked for you." What?
Hey, man.
What are you actually saying right now? He's a child, and his instinct in his little kid brain was, I'll get a knife. It's probably not to stab me. It's probably to pick the lock.
But you never know.
But you don't.
Try me if you want to.
Michael Myers was like 6
Yeah.
when he killed his sister for no reason. Brayden, I love you, man. I'm happy you turned out to be the little man you are now. But that was terrifying to hear as an adult. That's why I don't like kids, man.
Kids are great.
So that's why it just circles back to like, yeah, if a kid has a gun, I'm a second thinking. Because I'm like, okay, he don't know how that thing works. Like, you pull that trigger, I'm gone.
Yeah.
And the accidental discharges be happening with guns, man.
What I don't understand is, I mean, I guess I've never been, I don't know. I feel like he could have took him down, though.
Yeah.
But the kid behind him, he's so soft.
That's the thing. Like, he was perceived as a little sissy Lala this whole movie. But the thing that he had was just this confidence in his plan. He never once questioned his plan.
Yeah, he knew through the entire time
exactly what was going to happen.
And he knew he's going to get away with it.
Yeah. So, there's the tied up scenes. And then he home alones him.
Damn.
And she's like about to escape, though, because she picked up some glass. Cut herself a couple of times, add some tension to the movie. Fillers. Just filler scenes.
I don't know why.
He misses, right?
Yeah.
And Garrett's like, dude, I don't want to know what would happen anymore.
Yeah.
Like, this is now crossed over we've already stabbed, tied up. Like, this is too far. I thought we were just trying to impress this girl.
Yeah, when
he first threw that paint can, Garrett was out.
Yeah,
he is done.
He was out when Luke first hit her with the gun, knocked down his. He's like, "What did you do?"
Oh yeah, that's right. When he
wanted no part of this,
but he's in it. He's in there.
He's in too deep.
Then he's like blindfold him, and he's like, "No," and then he does, and then the paint can, bam, nice little yellow red touch on the paint.
Yeah, all you gotta do is just slide his chair a little bit.
You just have to kick it.
I mean, honestly, he wouldn't have seen it from up there.
No.
If he blindfolded him, and when he's going to toss the can, he just slides the chair a little bit.
He wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, you're good.
He just jumped. Or you could have pushed him over like he jumped and like fell in the chair.
Something.
But he didn't. He let him die.
He did.
And then you got some other crazy stuff. Excuse me. And then, when we get to that ex-boyfriend, I'm about to piss my pants laughing. It's Billy from Stranger Things. He's wearing like this just awful outfit. just early late 2000s white guy trying to be cool.
Yeah.
Just like bedazzled hat. Just like nothing makes sense.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a tough outfit, man.
I did like though when they called him and he said he's calling for Ashley. He's like, there's no Ashley here.
Yeah,
he hangs up.
That's you. That is you 100%.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm calling for Ashley. Shane here.
Yeah.
It's just there are some little fun parts of this movie, but then he gets him to basically with that sorry that he makes him write.
Yeah,
he's signing a confession.
Yeah,
and then he hangs him. So you got dead boyfriend, messed up girlfriend, ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
It looks like he just went on a rampage.
Yeah.
What happens that causes the final snap when he kills Garrett? Like, I can't remember.
He's trying to help her escape.
Yeah.
But I think...
Was that before or after the ex-boyfriend thing?
It's after. Oh. Or maybe like during it.
Yeah.
Because Garrett's still inside.
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah.
And I think Garrett kisses her cheek.
And he walks in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he told him to not touch her.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
Shoots him
Yeah.
with a shotgun.
Blows him across the room.
And he's like, you shot me.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I told you not to touch her.
Yeah. He said, you made me do this. And Garrett's like, fuck. I should have rethought this whole friendship.
Dude, there's not a single female in this world I would shoot you in a shotgun for.
I would hope not.
There's not. I'm telling you right now. December 6th, 2022. There's not a single... Nah. I wouldn't shoot you for nobody, bud.
Good.
Especially for a kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
That is so innocent and pure.
Yeah.
Then...
I don't think Garrett meant anything by that.
He didn't. He was just like, I'm sorry. That was like an I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because
I'll let you go.
Because Garrett's a nice guy.
He is, man.
He got in too deep.
He did. I'm just happy you haven't compared me to this kid yet.
No.
Very happy.
No.
Because you have compared me to some iffy characters through this podcast. So I'm very happy there have been no comparisons made with this.
Definitely have, yeah.
The part that surprised me, though, is you get everybody's dead. And he's, like, in there with her.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows, I guess he just knows he can't have her. She can't live. He must have known this from the get-go. Then why keep her that long? I don't know.
Yeah, because she said to him, you never planned to let me live.
Yeah.
He was like, guilty.
Yeah. And he stabs her in the neck. Then he goes night-night. Parents are pulling up. A little stressful scene. He's checking the Find My Mommy app.
Yeah.
He's able to sneak around his little... You know, that's the interesting thing about some of these movies. Their houses are built perfectly for them to get away with what they need to get away with. Like, you have a perfect secondary roof that you can just walk on.
Yeah.
So you can get from another room to another room.
Yeah.
I never had that as a kid. I didn't have many second-floor houses as a kid. So
I never had any. So
I had a townhome. I had a second floor.
I have no idea how that works.
It sucks, man. Moving up and down stairs sucks.
I think there are stairs that go to another part of the house.
What's that up there? So his parents come home. They freak out. Where's my baby? He's just tucked in bed. He took his medicine. He's got his pencil on the door because he sleepwalks. You find out today he's just lying about that too.
Which you shouldn't lie about sleepwalking.
No, it's a real problem.
It is a real problem.
I used to sleepwalk as a kid.
Yeah, it's
My mama found me walking out of the front door one time. I was dead asleep.
Yeah, it's tough.
Now I'm happy that because when we went on our trip, we didn't know each other very well.
No, we did not.
Imagine if we both sleptwalked into each other.
I know.
That's some scary stuff to think
Yeah.
about. Or like
Yeah.
if I'm just like sleeping and I'm like, "What's up, dude?" And you're just, I'm like, "That's a zombie."
Yeah.
Like that's scary.
I mean,
you
like
should know.
I do sleepwalk. I know.
What?
Yeah.
You barely sleep.
True.
How can you sleep walk?
That's probably why I don't sleep enough. My body's like, we're not supposed to do this.
We're not done yet. We got more to do.
Yeah, dude, like I wake up and I think it was a couple weeks ago. I told somebody that
What?
I found my shampoo in my refrigerator.
Oh, you're pulling some Step Brothers type shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's rough.
Are
As a
the
kid,
pillows in the oven?
I remember waking up when I was in high school one time in like the front yard. Yeah.
All right, guys. This episode just got real.
I got a problem, guys.
The guy that doesn't sleepwalks and puts his shampoo in refrigerators. If you guys ever find your shampoo in the refrigerator, call for help. There's plenty of doctors out there that can figure this out
And
for
what's
you.
crazy is I opened the fridge, I saw it, and at first thought nothing of it. And then I went back and said, that's not supposed to be there.
Some people might prefer cold shampoo. I don't know.
Yeah, I've woken up with the cereal in the refrigerator and the milk on top of the refrigerator.
I mean, I could get that, like especially if like we go hard one night,
No,
we're
this-
drinking heavy, and
Nah.
it's party time.
Nope.
Because, dude, I told you after was it 2 weeks ago, 3
Huh?
weeks ago, where like we went out on like a Saturday night,
Yeah.
and I got one boot off,
Yeah, you told me that.
and then tucked myself into bed. Hell, it was like one night I woke up, my clothes were in the bathroom. I don't get naked in my bathroom. I get naked in my bedroom.
Dude, some of those Saturday nights are pretty rough.
Dude, we handle ourselves pretty well.
I feel like we do.
Because like
Yeah.
people are like, I think they're pretty turnt, but not that turnt.
Yeah.
Then we get home and the world comes crashing down.
Yeah.
like, dude, there will be like my keys will be like on my air fryer. I'll have shirts and pants out here, and then like like the fact that I was just drunk enough to take a singular boot off. But the thing that blew my mind about that night was I tucked myself into bed.
Yeah.
So like I took my boot off and I went,
and went to sleep.
Right to sleep.
But it's crazy.
Rolls
Like,
around.
I'll get home. I'll text you that I'm home.
Yeah, always. That's a rule of mine.
And then, but they're like coherent, like text messages.
Yeah, we're like, hey man, had fun. Thank you so much. Good bro time. Thank you for the chat. And we're both like, I'm one eyeing it. Just trying to just send them out, right? We probably both wake up around 8, 9 o'clock the next morning, like, dude, are you okay?
Yeah,
I always
text
check.
me. Yeah,
I always check. I'm like, how you feeling? I always have to send that because I want to make sure that my level of tolerance hasn't dropped too much.
Yeah.
I have to make sure, like, if you're like, dude, I'm fine, I gotta start pounding shots back at the house. get that tolerance back up, man. But yeah, man, there's been times where it's just been crazy. But so back to the movie, sorry. Yeah, damn it. So everybody, the cops are there. She's holding her baby, the mom. He's like, I did it. And then you hear a cop say, one's still alive.
And just the panic on his face.
And his face is just like, no effing way.
Yeah.
Then he looks outside, and you hear a cop in the background go, yeah, she duct taped the wound. She's a real smart one. And you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
From her tie-ups that she had, because she had that one hand free for a lot of the movie.
Yeah.
She probably just took that duct tape off, patched that neck up just enough.
Because Garrett did like cut her free almost.
Yeah.
So she probably.
But she had probably still had duct tape from the wrist originally. Who knows what duct tape saved her life?
I think she was like mentally preparing herself because at one
She
point
knew.
she like closed her eyes, like stopped talking.
Yeah. She just stopped. Yeah. She was like, I have to like compose myself. I can't freak out. I'll bleed out or whatever.
Even when he stabbed her, she like barely reacted to it.
She just took it.
Yeah.
And you just hear the blood coming out.
Yeah.
And he goes and starts
And she just
planning his.
throws it up there.
This person's got to touch this knife. This person's got to be here. Oh, the pencil. There's a lot.
He had it all planned out.
I think my favorite part of the movie, he looks outside of his bedroom window. She's on her gurney. She's getting rolled out. And she flicks him off.
Yeah.
What a majestic ending.
Your plan has failed.
Yeah. You're going to prison.
Yeah.
Try it as an adult.
Yeah.
Because you plan this better than most adult serial killers. So, we covered the whole movie. We did that whole start to finish thing. Ain't done that in a while.
Oh, shit, we did.
We did. But it worked for this movie. There's not too much you can, like, dive into too deeply. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a super thinker. So, with that being said, we're kicking it back to the movie episodes on a scale from 1 to 10.
Oh.
What would you rate Better Watch Out?
On a scale from 1 to 10, Better Watch Out is a 6.
That is very high. For you.
Well, no, I don't think so. Like, I feel like a 5 is an average movie.
Yeah.
This is a little better than average.
Cool.
What is yours?
A 5.
This is an average movie.
For sure.
Okay, that's not too off then.
Nothing too extravagant, but also not too bad to where, like, I decided to, cover it. I could have texted you yesterday and been like, theme. Pull the ripcord. But you hadn't watched it yet, so I was like, I can't really. I almost did.
Would you watch it again?
I could add it to my Christmas repertoire. For sure.
Cool.
I think it's a great first date movie. The trick of comedy is to make it a full circle.
That's good.
We don't write this stuff, guys. We don't. This is just off the top of the head. Man, that actually was a very enjoyable episode.
Yeah, it was.
It felt really nice to be back on movies. Themes, you feel a lot of pressure to, like, really provide some content.
Yeah.
So
we always want to give good content out.
We do, obviously, always want to give good content. But movies are kind of like, we started with movies. We'll always go back to movies.
Yeah.
If we can't think of an episode, we'll just watch a random movie. This was all Jake's idea. So if you hate this episode, make sure to comment at Jake, who doesn't have an Instagram.
Yeah.
At Jake, who doesn't have an Instagram.
I will.
And
I'll take the
criticism.
The criticism.
Yeah. I'll make sure to screenshot
of this movie.
Yeah.
I came across it a couple of days ago.
Clearly, I'd never even heard of it.
Yeah. So because originally we were going to do, what was it?
We were going to cover one of the cliches. I wanted to cover Krampus.
Yeah.
That is a favorite of mine.
I want to do Silent Night, Deadly Night.
That's right. It was Silent Night.
See?
Night.
Again.
Deadly Night.
Talking is hard. Yeah, I want to do that. I thought, ooh, what is this?
Just comes across Tubi. He's like,
this is right up my alley right here.
Watch it. That's the one negative side effect of Tubi is you get, it's not negative. I'm sorry. That's mean to say. You do get opened up to a lot more of the not so mainstream movies.
Yeah, because as I told you earlier, the budget was $3 million.
Budget $3 million.
And the box office like 188,000.
Whew. That is what I consider a tank of a movie.
We have tank episodes.
Whoa, we are not doing that right now, man. You have tank episodes.
Yeah, I think
we as a
every
podcast
episode that we've
okay.
had that has like low views, I feel like I've chose those movies.
Yeah, but you've also chosen the creme de la creme
That's right.
of episodes because even though Halloween is my favorite movie, I remember specifically you telling me it was time to cover it.
Yeah.
It's like something in the back of your head was like, it's time.
Yeah.
To cover.
And I was right.
Clearly, we're at like 1,000,000 views on that video, which, like I said earlier on this episode, somehow, some way, we need to blow this episode up for the birthday boy.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll just feel no love like I do every single week. And it's just normal. It's just a normal week of being the host of the J Squared Horror Podcast.
I don't think I get that much love.
A lot more than I do, especially from people that we talk to. Now, if some of you silent fans out there appreciate Josh, the one of the J's of the J Squared Horror Podcast, comment. Hey, Josh, we love your content. I need the ego boost because it hurts a little. But I would like to take a second to thank every single one of you for an amazing ride of being a podcast. We love the feedback that we do get, even though it hurts my feelings some weeks. Thank you guys so much for tuning in every week. As always, a big shout out to our supporters, Jeff Balance, who does our design work, Lucky Riggs, who does our intro and our outro music. We got Trademark Printing, who does all of our printing needs. Just as a reminder, we do have hoodies available still in most sizes. If you use the code, you DM us the code Happy Horror Days, we will give you 10% off of your purchase. We're just trying to spread some savings this holiday season. We know it's tough out there, but our hoodies are really great. They fit well. They're great quality. We catch people rocking them in public. It's crazy. So we'd like to see more of that. And if you guys need it shipped out to us, we do not charge shipping. I'll eat the cost of that. So this was a really fun episode to do, as always. Thanks for tuning into the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name's Josh.
And I'm Jake.
You guys have a great week. And remember, it's hip to be squared.